Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, we have another jeweler's screwdriver review for you. This little unit came from the dollar store, Dollarama. Yay! It's made by Duramax, and it's a cool little kit for the $2. Now it is a light duty kit. It's not heavy duty like this little guy is. And it has some restrictions. When it comes to, because I like to point this out first, when it comes to putting a fastener and a screwdriver together or a wrench or whatever, you need a proper fit. So there's kind of like, I call it the no choice way of life. I was always brought up, right tool for the job. If you don't have the right tool, go get it. So, but this case, I saw this at Dollarama and I thought, you know what, $2, it looks really cool. It's made out of aluminum, which is also anodized. Likelihood is it is probably T6061 aluminum. Could be a different grade that might actually be better, who knows. But it's got a cool little belt pocket clip. You can put this on your belt or in your shirt pocket. So the clip is steel. It is magnetic, so don't use it around anything that you're not supposed to have magnetics around. But and it will hold a screw without any problem. Just see what I got here. There we go. A little example of light duty screw made out of metal. Doesn't have a lot of power behind it, but it will hold up a screw. Anyway, usually if you have the right precise size, you don't have to usually worry about magnetic stuff. Now, this does come with 3 Phillips bits, 3 slotted, and 2 Robinson tips. So you get a bit of a selection, which is kind of nice. Proper sizing of a screwdriver bit, like I said, to the screw is very important. And I already know this ahead of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and take my biggest Phillips here. And it fits this screw great, where the battery cover is. It doesn't fit, however, these other screws very well. It's too much play in it. So ideally, well, this is a good screw bit for this. That would work. But not ideally for these. So when you go to reapply torque or even undo them if they're tight, you could damage the screwdriver bit. You could also damage the screw. Now, I'm going to take the bit from another set I got that you may or may not have seen the video for yet. Now this bit fits in there with like no play. 0 to no play is what you want. Okay, you want a proper fit. Now, will this fit into this screw? Won't fit at all. Okay, so we know right now that for suitability purposes and doing the job right the first time without screwing nothing up, this particular kit is not a very good kit for using with this particular item. So you will need a secondary bit that will fit that screw properly, and you don't even have the main one for the first 3 screws. So this is about proper sizing. You have to have the right size. Otherwise, like I said, you damage the bit, you damage the screw, then you're really screwed. So it does pay to spend money on larger kits, for especially if you do a lot of this stuff and you use jeweler screwdrivers a lot. You're going to want the variety of the kits, you know. And not all jeweler screwdriver kits come with even a decent variety of bits. So you know, you may have to have multiple kits like I do, and probably everybody else. But for small little applications, you know, I mean, I know for a fact that this little kit also works perfect for eyeglass repair. Take the smallest slot head, because my glasses have a slot. Some people's have star, you know, but for any of you with a slot, this thing actually works just dandy. Tightens the screw up, hassle free, voila, good to rock and roll. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that the Phillips tips are going to work on glasses with stars, but there's a really good chance, you know, I give it about a 90% chance it'll work just fine. The other thing that I really liked about this particular screwdriver kit is the cap unscrews, and you can store all the bits inside the handle. You got 100% portability. So that fits in the shirt pocket really nice, or that's not going to fit in the shirt pocket really nice. But it's kind of handy to carry one of these things with you. You never know when you're going to need a screwdriver, or maybe somebody needs to borrow a screwdriver. Hey, you got a screwdriver on you to fix your my glasses with? Duh. You know, you may or may not even wear glasses, so you may not be carrying this for that purpose. But your buddy may need to fix his glasses or her glasses, and if you've got that with you, hey, you'll be able to more than likely help them out hassle-free. So, right tool for the right job is always a good thing. I give this thing about a 3 out of 5 on a rating scale. You know, whereas I'd probably give this kit, you know, 4.5 out of 5 or 4 3/4 out of 5, because nothing is perfect. You know, that's an impossibility. But quality overall, it is decent. Portability, absolutely awesome. Usefulness, actually really good. It is very useful on a lot of small stuff. And some small stuff it's useless on. The overall quality of the bits that come with it are not to my standards of what I would normally use, but in the application of, you know, fixing my eyeglasses quick, you know, I can have this carried with me all the time, because I'm not going to carry this thing around with me all the time. But if I carry this with me all the time, if my screws loosen off or whatever in my glasses, I've got a nice little kit to do that with, or my buddy needs to fix his, or if there's something small, you know, got to take apart, as long as that thing can handle doing it for the bit sizing, for proper sizing, hey, it'll do the job. You know, great little item, and only costs $2. So sometimes you get what you pay for, sometimes you get more than what you paid for, sometimes you get extremely less and paid a lot of money. You know, so that's why it's always important to always shop around and check out qualities, decide where you're at too. You know, I mean, you're not going to use JobMate ratchets in a professional automotive industry. You know, you're going to lean towards Mastercraft, Snap-on, you know, possibly Craftsman if you're a Craftsman person. You know, it just depends on the tool and the application for the job, etc., and what you're doing with it. That also, you know, has a lot to do with your buying decisions on quality grade tools. But for something cheap and low end and practical, this thing actually does the trick. So anyway, thought I'd share all that with you, and hope you enjoyed the video. Got any questions, comments, whatever, you know, feel free to leave them, and definitely I'll reply. Otherwise, have a Merry Christmas, guys, Happy New Year and all that stuff, and we'll definitely see you in the new year.